So I just want to send this episode here out to my dear friend Ren, who died 2 years ago. She was a proud LGBTQ person and supporter. And, in a way, this is awkward to say, but I'm kind of glad she's not watching this. Recently, Justices Alito and Thomas said, basically called same-sex marriage into question. Now we have Amy Coney Barrett possibly on the seat. And, she has refused to say whether Obergefell and Hodges was decided correctly. And if you remember, that was a 2015 SCOTUS decision that same-sex couples should have the right to marry. She refused to say whether or not Lawrence versus Texas was decided correctly. And that was the decision that decriminalized homosexual intimacy. Two people in love. She refuses to say if that was decided correctly. She refuses to denounce writings and statements that basically would result in systematic regression of LGBTQ rights. And now she is on the highest seat in the land. And the thing is that the SCOTUS has decided so much around LGBTQ and whether it's discrimination or same-sex marriage or whatever, it's been really notable for whether or not we advance in that or not. And there's a case coming up the day after Election Day, so that's next Wednesday, Fulton versus Philadelphia, that will decide whether or not adoption agencies can discriminate against LGBTQ couples, right? And that actually is a much broader decision than we think, because that's also, can taxpayer-funded organizations discriminate against LGBTQ folk? So right now, I'll be honest, I'm petrified, because all these rights that we have worked so hard for are in front of us again. So we think we get 10 steps forward and then we're thrust back. So this is like an appalling abomination. I don't give a damn what religion you are. Stay the hell away from me and my family. And how you decide family is how you decide it. How Mitch decides it is how Mitch decides it. But family is family. And the people that have been there for me and have been there for the people I care about, stay away from them. I'm on fire. Love, Kit.
Aaron, can I add something as well?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Also, Kit, we ought to be petrified. Audience, we ought to be petrified, because on November the 10th, it comes up about the Affordable Care Act,
of course,
which we most of us know it as Obamacare. Let's talk about Roe versus Wade, a woman to have the rights over her body. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about workers' rights. Let's talk about the environment. Just basic human rights.
Right.
All of that is on the ballot. Mm-hmm. And all of that is up right now. So we need to be petrified.
Things that we've taken for granted, things that we think we should be able to take for granted, are on the ballot right now. And what's happening, and what I'm afraid of, is people will suddenly say, oh, wait, what happened to that? And not pay attention to what led up to that happening, right? We're not paying attention. And the next thing you know, those rights are taken away. Most people are in support of same-sex marriage. Most people are in support of women's right to choose. That's most people. Are they going to wake up suddenly and say, oh, wow, where did that go? Take action now, people.
It is time to ditch Mitch.
Woo!